Welcome. Today we would like to present a vision for how Mobius can grow its business by developing a new auto loan product. We believe this product could increase demand for Mobius cars once Mobius achieves manufacturing scale by giving more Kenyans the ability to buy cars. To walk you through our recommendation, we plan to first review why the Kenyan market offers a strong opportunity for Mobius low-cost, Africa-tailored vehicles. Second, identify how Mobius could help more Kenyan consumers access its cars by providing an auto loan product. And finally, explain how Mobius could partner with a financial institution to make that auto loan product a reality.
When looking at Mobius, Joel Jackson recognized that the demand for cars was growing in Kenya, but no one was serving the market with a low-cost car designed for the African roads. Even though Kenya is one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, the number of cars per capita continues to be low, but has been changing in recent years. Still, walking continues to be the main source in transportation. In the African auto industry, buyer power overall is low because even though they're price sensitive, they don't have bargaining power over new car distributors. A similar behavior is observed on supplier side, given that it's highly fragmented and uses commoditized materials. Today, there's no specific brand designed for Africa, and the most important market continues to be the used car market, which is highly fragmented among individuals. Finally, when analyzing the threats to entry, the knowledge of local context will provide an opportunity to create specialized products and have a competitive advantage. Manufacturing also requires a high capital expenditure, but there's still a chance that big manufacturers could enter the market.
Within this industry, Mobius Motors is a fledgling automaker pursuing a perceived quality advantage. The company aims to become the dominant manufacturer of affordable, high-functioning vehicles for Kenya and eventually other developing markets. Some important elements of the company's scope are that it targets private buyers, NGOs, and entrepreneurs. Its product, the Mobius 2, is able to perform well on bad roads and comes at a low price of $6,000, and the company places a premium on local parts and labor while emphasizing product quality through videos and a website that are themselves high quality. Mobius is able to manufacture vehicles at low cost due to its use of a tubular steel frame and elimination of non-essentials such as AC. However, Mobius's true competitive advantage derives from its perceived quality, as the Mobius 2 is specifically designed for Kenya's unpaved roads with an emphasis on suspension, clearance, etc. The net result of Mobius' strategy has been to push out the cost-quality frontier of the auto manufacturing industry in Kenya. Previously, vehicles from companies such as Tata were manufactured at low costs, but also perceived to be low quality because they would break down on unpaved roads. The Mobius 2 is similarly manufactured at low cost, but has high perceived quality. In order for Mobius Motors to carry out a strategy, its logic loop hinges on increasing demand for Mobius vehicles. Currently, this demand is driven by the lack of affordable, high-quality vehicles in Africa, Mobius sales and marketing, and word of mouth based on the Mobius 2's proven durability on unpaved roads. In the future, Mobius also hopes to establish economies of scale and expand local supplier partnerships, resulting in lower prices that increase demand further. There are two challenges to Mobius' strategy moving forward. The ability to scale production efficiently, which is an important challenge but one beyond the scope of this recommendation, and providing financing for customers so that they can afford a $6,000 vehicle. This is the focus of our recommendation today.
Kenya has a relatively high penetration of banking in relation to other developing countries and regions. According to a Deloitte study, as of 2015, over 55% of Kenyans had an account with a financial institution. This strong penetration of banking in Kenya is largely due to the prevalence of mobile banking, which allows even Kenyans living in very rural areas access to a bank. The fact that many Kenyans already have some exposure to financial institutions suggests that Kenyans would be open to viewing financing as a viable option for vehicle ownership. The addition of financing will refine Mobius's overall strategy to increase customer demand and will also become a positional advantage. The question is, for a car company, what is the best way to move forward with implementing a financing strategy? Partner with an existing financial institution.
Why is it best to partner with an established financing organization? There are 5 key reasons. First of all, microfinance partnership would increase potential market size, or pie. The average income in Kenya is less than $1,500 a year, so cutting initial payment to as low as $250 would greatly increase the number of people effectively in the market for a car. The second reason to have a microfinance partnership is to enable more rapid sales growth. The millions of dollars of capital provided by a microfinance partner could go directly to Mobius's sales, which would both help the company scale and improve Mobius's existing cost advantage by decreasing the time to minimum efficient scale. Third, a partnership would create a first-mover positional advantage by establishing a one-of-a-kind tailored financing offering. Note that while some companies provide financing already, manufacturer-sponsored group loans and other tailored products would be unique. Next, a microfinance partnership would improve Mobius's capability advantage, as it would add a financing capability, as well as the ability to grow that capability as additional consumer knowledge is acquired. Finally, a microfinance partnership would increase barriers to entry, since new entrants would now also need to develop a financing capability to be able to compete. In finding a partner, Mobius should search for 5 core capabilities. First, it should look for a company with low-income expertise to ensure it has adequate knowledge and data on financing and can contribute marketing capabilities. Next, Mobius should look for a company with market access or boots on the ground to ensure it can conduct country-specific credit analysis and to decrease time to launch. Additionally, Mobius should look for a firm with access to significant capital to provide immediate financing ability and to allow for rapid scaling as auto sales grow. As a corollary, the partner needs to be interested in scaling so that it grows alongside Mobius. Finally, the microfinance partner should have a strong social good and quality image, as the reputation of the financing arm will be inextricably tied to the reputation of Mobius itself. And now, Haley will talk about how we use those 5 capabilities to identify a partner.
So we studied a variety of financial institutions in Kenya and identified 3 that demonstrated strong potential along the 5 core capabilities identified by Cameron. These 3 institutions are shown on the slide to my left. These institutions intentionally vary in size. We think that a small bank like SMEP Microfinance Bank could be a good partner because it could be more agile in bringing a new product to the market and would probably ask for less at the negotiations table. In contrast, a large bank like Equity Bank Limited, which serves more than half of Bank Kenyans, would probably come to the partnership with more organizational capability and processes. It's important to consider a range of options because ultimately Mobius's choice of partner will drive the obstacles it faces during implementation. So with that in mind, we'd like to talk you through the steps to implementation and the implications that each partner could have for how implementation will progress so that Mobius can make an educated choice. Before implementing a partnership, Mobius will have to pitch its dream partner. When pitching this partner, Mobius should leverage the fact that it targets rural areas. In rural areas, it is likely not profitable for a bank to establish branches by itself. By partnering with Mobius, a partner bank will have the opportunity to share the cost of establishing branches in rural areas. On top of that, the partner bank will add a new revenue-generating product to its portfolio and gain access to Mobius's customers, many of whom are projected to be entrepreneurs who need other financial products. Once Mobius has a partner, it will have to collaborate with it on 5 implementation steps. First, the 2 organizations will have to work together to create the terms for the auto loan business. It will have to determine who will bear the risk, responsibility, and cost of the product. It will also have to determine how revenue will be split. Will Mobius receive a share of the fees of the loans it originates? For this step, it could be beneficial to collaborate with a smaller institution because the smaller institution will be less empowered to ask for pie at the negotiating table. Second, Mobius will have to design the auto loan product in collaboration with its partner. For this second step, it could be beneficial to collaborate with the more experienced partner who is well-versed in structuring loans for low-income consumers. Third, Mobius will have to set up operations to administer the auto loan product. For this third step, again, it could be beneficial to collaborate with the more experienced partner. Once the product is fully developed and Mobius has adequate production, Mobius should collaborate with the new partner to 4, cross-leverage their customer bases for marketing. Mobius could gain new drivers by educating the bank's clients about Mobius's cars, and the bank could gain new clients by educating Mobius drivers about its products. Finally, unrelated to the loan product, Mobius should leverage its relationship with a financial institution to gain more capital. Once Mobius partners with the bank will have an incentive to help Mobius scale sooner, because then the bank will earn auto loan revenue sooner. With that in mind, Mobius should ask the bank to give it funds or help it raise funds.
In conclusion, Mobius has found that the auto industry in Kenya presents a great opportunity to create value by introducing a car that's both appropriate for rural conditions and also affordable to the average buyer. But there are two main challenges to the company's strategy: production and customers' affordability. To address the latter and refine its strategy to ensure future growth, we propose Mobius introduces an auto financing product through a microfinancing partnership. In order to succeed, Mobius has to focus on establishing the right partnership and execute on its potential competitive advantage. We have explained what to look for in such a partnership, as well as potential partners and the specific steps required for implementing the partnership.